In 2002, our guest here today was looking to become a two-time state champion, and we're going to go ahead and give you the ending. He does it. But before we show you the match video, before we talk about it, sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Brad Cooper, Simon Kenton. This was 130.
And of course, Simon Kenton, great wrestling tradition, 1987 team champions. As of this filming, Simon Kenton has 27 individual state champions. And of that 27, 10 of those 27 are Coopers. Of course, you're a three-time state champion. Craig, 2002 state champion. Kyle, 2004 state champion. Neil, 2005. Austin, 2006. And then Kevin, 2011, 2012, and 2013 state champion. Two most outstanding wrestlers at Simon Kenton. Dave Barnes, 1988. Casey Cornett, 2017. So just a phenomenal history, lineage, tradition there at Simon Kenton Wrestling, the pioneers, man. Like I've said in other videos, you know it's a wrestling meet when Simon Kenton comes walking in the gym. So coming into this junior season, you are a state champion. You were in the finals as a freshman. Of course, we graduated the same year, 03. And I like to ask guys from my era this question is, we didn't have, what we have today as far as social media. Information traveled, but it wasn't as fast as what it is today. I think the fastest we could talk to somebody was an ICQ or a MSN Messenger or something like that. So when you walk into the gym, whether it's a weekend tournament or a duel against somebody or whatever, a team that you don't know, do people know who Brad Cooper is? Like, that's Brad Cooper. He's turning state champion. Or did you kind of have like could you kind of like hide from it a little bit, not let everybody know who you were right out of the gate? Or
Oh yeah, I mean when I came in, everybody just opened the doors and moved out of the way. You know how it is.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, watch out. we have the star of the movie series, The Hangover, coming in.
Right.
Brad Cooper's here, guys. He's going to be doing a duet with Lady Gaga here for too long. So,
yeah.
but
No,
kids nowadays just don't understand how slow information traveled and how unconnected we were back in our day. And so it's kind of cool to get that information. But
it was more so like you go in, you look at the brackets. There were some kids you knew. Other times it was just you'd base it based off of the school. What school were they at, and how that kind of determined how tough they were going to be for the most part. But
I got you. I get it. Believe me, I understand. Now, the 2002 season, the KHSAA, the border control, all that, they got the idea, and at the time, it was a great idea to do this, is they eliminated the district competition, and it was straight regionals to the state tournament. So we went from having 8 districts, 4 regions, to having 8 regions. And what that done is that gave more wrestlers the opportunity to make it to the state tournament, but it also made it a 3-day state tournament. So 2002, you're 130 pounds. The record that you're announced coming into at the face-off is 40-6. And if you know anything about, does that sound about right?
Yeah, that was a tough year. I think I had 3 losses in one tournament in Ohio.
And you brought up exactly what I was going to talk about. You're not just wrestling JV guys. You're not just going to scrub tournaments. You guys are going to Ohio. You're going to tough tournaments all over the place. So those coming into the finals, those 46 matches, you had to really put some effort for it, didn't you?
Yeah. Ohio was always tough. Cincinnati. I don't know that we went much further than Cincinnati, maybe closer to Dayton or something like that, but not a whole lot further than that. But there's always good competition in Cincinnati. So there's 2 key tournaments, which is like GMVWA and SWOCA in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two big ones. So I don't know that I ever won either one of those.
So that speaks to the level of the competition there. If you never won it, that just tells you how tough it was. But like coming into the state tournament, the first day, the first match you have is against Adam Thompson from John Hardin. You win that by a fall in 3 minutes and 19 seconds. The second round, you're wrestling Clifford Johnson from Louisville Southern. You win that by a major decision, 14-2. You get to the quarters, and you're wrestling Chris Shaw again from LaRue County.
Yep.
And you had wrestled Chris last year in your 01 season in the semis. You win a 9-5 decision there. But this year, of course, in the quarters, you meet up with him and you win a 14-6 decision. And Chris goes on to get 4th place that year. So, man, back-to-back years, you guys running into each other. When the brackets come out and you see you got Chris potentially in the quarters, is it like, all right, I know, I've wrestled Chris before. I know this is going to be a tough bout, or do you even like look that far ahead, or walk us through that?
Yeah, no, that was the match I was looking forward to. I think, he was looking forward to it too. You could hear everybody in the stands. I think Simon Kenton was sitting right next to LaRue that year. And so it was loud. And, you talk about hearing a crowd there. That was a really fun match. But I remember when it started, he had done his homework. He knew I did high crotches. So he got down on one knee and he was kind of backing away that way. But, I still got mine.
I was going to say, smart game planning, but you win a 14-6 decision.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you was able to do what you, I guess, needed to do. You get to the semis. You're wrestling Corey Irvin from Hopkinsville. You win that by a 13-2 major decision, and Corey goes on to get 3rd place.
Yeah,
so you're back. You're back in the finals. You're wrestling Billy Whitehouse from South Oldham. We're not going to tell you the score. So back-to-back years, you're wrestling the South Oldham. 01, you wrestled Mark Shaver. This year, you're wrestling Billy Whitehouse. So back-to-back years, man, got a little rivalry going there with South Oldham. 3rd time in the finals. Do you still get the same feeling whenever you're backstage, the lights go down, the music and everything starts pumping? Do you still get that excited, nervous energy?
No, yeah. Well, you can't help it. The way that they put that production on, they get the music cranking and you get out there under the lights. It pumps you up.
It's an amazing, you knew this was you knew you were wrestling for a state championship. Just the way that, like you said, the glow sticks, the beach balls, the way the lights come down, the 90s era jock jam music playing. I mean, it was just an amazing scene. So we're going to pull up your 02 match video here. The way that we have this one, it's got the medal ceremony, the match, and it has the face-off. So here we go.
That was Hagedorn and Shaver right there, I think, right?
I believe it was. Yeah, and Hagedorn's video's on the channel. It's a great watch. Got the knee pad down around the ankle there, man. I love the look.
Yep.
And look at the crowd there. All right, watch out of the way, guys. I love the camera guy right here. What he says. Hey. They kind of look over like, what are we doing? There we go. Thank you guys for getting out of the way. We appreciate it.
I can't remember. I think this was the year that we made these new singlets in. We put SK as the Superman symbol on the front.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Looks like it. Of course, you're in the blue singlet with the black trim.
That's it. Good for him.
Trying to work around there. Trying to work around. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing's been awarded yet. All right. So stalemate, we're neutral.
Correction, all 125-pound medalists.
And there you go. He tries to throw you right there, or looked like he was trying to throw you. You're able to capitalize, get your two.
Why you would do that first off the match?
Ladies and gentlemen, on the mat, Brad Cooper, the 2001 champion at 119 pounds, and in 2000, a runner-up at 112.
Like how they announced your results there.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. Now, on top, as a junior, had anything like, had you, as you said earlier, had anything kind of refined down? Like, okay, I know I'm my.
Yeah, I think I tried to work some legs.
Untouchable, or.
Yeah, I think I tried to work some legs some more. I don't know if I don't know that I scored a whole lot more points with it though. I think it killed a lot of time more than anything.
Hey, sometimes, man, that can be. People don't understand. Killing 3-4 seconds here or there in a wrestling match can really add up.
Yeah, when you need it. If you need a break.
Exactly. When you need it, man.
Yeah, still riding that wrist, looks like.
Yep.
Bar shoulder.
Can I get that bar on the back there?
Man, I got called for potential on that all the time.
Did you really?
Never. Yeah.
Ooh. All right, end of the first period.
Yep.
But all 125-pound medalists, please report to the orange area at this time.
Green to furs, and you automatically get set for down.
There's Mom straight across with the camera.
When we done, I believe it was Craig's video, he pointed your mom out, like, that's Mom on the other side of the mat.
Yep.
You can hear the crowd yelling for you.
Yep. Man, it's still working that wrist. Bone chain. I'm surprised they let me ride that leg for so long. Being back there. I guess I do move out to the side a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're out to the side. You're 100% perfection, man. Remember that.
That's right. Man, you mentioned that. I think it was that freshman or sophomore year. I remember Joe Neely reffing one of my matches, and he always told us, because we wrestled with him, that he was going to hit us for stalling more so than anybody else, because he expected more out of us. And I'll be damned if he didn't do it. And I remember one match, I was winning like 5-2 or something like that, and third period, and I was just going to ride the dude out, and he ended up hitting me for two or three stallings in that third period, and I was like, all right, Joe, I get the point. So it was, at that point, it was like 5-4, and then I got to let him up because I know he's going to hit me again. So it's 5-5. So he makes me go into overtime to win the match or something.
Whenever we're going to be doing a referee video with Joe for one of the matches he picks out. I'll be sure to bring that up.
Yeah. I'm sure I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably correct on that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nowadays, we're still inbounds, in case you're wondering.
I know. We couldn't wrestle at all on the edge back then.
Mm-hmm.
See, so many potential points on the edge over there.
Yep. The way high school is going, especially this year with the rule change, the 2023-2024 rule changes, it won't be long. We'll be wrestling like college, only 1 point in.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of the second. His choice, he's going to take neutral. When he says neutral, were you surprised by that, or like, okay, it's time to?
Right. I think if he's going to choose down, I was probably just going to cut him anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I needed to get on the feet and open some stuff up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Nice. Nice job.
Gosh, man, he's leeching on there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he was a little funky.
So you cut him.
With Mark Saber, please report to the awards area. Mark Saber.
So you've got a pretty good lead here in the third, and you've got 2 takedowns. I don't want to say easy, but you've got 2 just pretty much whenever you wanted them. Are you kind of in coast mode here, or just don't let him get anything deep on me? Or
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to get after it and get some points. I was.
there we go. So there's 3 takedowns. Cut him again.
I think I was done trying to be locked up on top.
Mm-hmm. Get another one. Look up at the clock. I don't blame you. I would too. Cut him again. Finish. There it is. Another takedown.
Right across.
And that's it. You win by a final score 14-5. Second state championship. Excellent performance. I believe I see that. No, that's not. I thought that was somebody different back there in the background running around.
It was 1-3.
Excellent performance there, especially that third period. I think you kind of took the wind out of his sails a little bit.
Yeah. They still have these boxes down there for state? I haven't been to high school state in a while.
Yes, we done away with them during the COVID pandemic. They had like they had to stand, the distance, whatever, and they had like numbers behind them. But this past year was the first year we brought the podium back.
There's these same ones, I guess.
They might be a little bit smaller now than what those were, but of course, we still place out to 8. Same exact color and style, though. They just look a little bit like somebody's built like a newer set or whatever.
Chris lost to Corey for third.
Yep.
Corey was tough. But I wrestled all three of them for that tournament.
Yep. So there you are, man, on top of the podium again, second year in a row. Excellent performance. So we'll ask you the standard question again, like we done in 01. Besides you winning, of course, does this one play out kind of the way that you remember it, or the reminiscing of like stories and everything go?
Yeah, I think so. It was, I think unfortunately, the biggest story was at the Chris Shaw for the semis, So that one was, I guess that was one of the most memorable parts of the tournament.
I got you. And it was actually, that was actually your closest match decision-wise of the whole tournament was against Chris. Would have been nice to see you guys meet up in the opposite sides of the bracket and to see how, give you guys both the finals Was that
Yeah, I feel like that was a 32-man bracket.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I feel like that 32-man bracket, you kind of drew some guys that, were 1 and 2 on the same side of the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that quite
Yeah.
often, actually.
There's been just in recent memory, there's been several who Kentucky Wrestling, the website, of course, Jason Moore takes care of that. The rankings come out, and there's been several wrestlers that are ranked 1 and 2 that meet in the quarters or meet in the semis, and you're just like, man, it really should be seeded or at least some input or something,
Right.
of giving us the best 1 and 2 possible, because some, like when I got to officiate the state tournament, some of the veteran refs come to me before the quarter started and was like, the best matches you're going to have at the whole tournament are right here. And so I had some absolutely just banger quarters.
Right.
And my finals match was 7-2. I mean, it was, just a typical couple takedowns, couple penalties, nothing crazy. But the quarters, man, there was some wrestling going on there.
Yeah, and I guess that's maybe that's a good or a bad thing. I don't know. The good thing is that when you're in the quarters or the semis, you kind of let it loose a little bit more than you would in the finals. So you probably actually have some better matches. Just unfortunately not a finals match.
Right. No, I get it. And of course, we've done your 2001 video. This is your 2002. We will see you guys in 2003 and let Brad wrap up his three-peat. We'll see you in 2003.